School Freeware SQL Server Express 2008, Release 2, Tutorial 1, Installation and Setup. This tutorial series will use Microsoft SQL Server Express 2008, Release 2. The Express edition of SQL Server can be downloaded for free at www.microsoft.com/express. Depending upon your computer, you will either want to download the 32-bit or 64-bit version. Make sure that you download the version with the database tools. For 64-bit computers, you'll need a 1.4 GHz CPU. For 32-bit computers, you'll need at least a 1 GHz Pentium 3 processor. Both 64 and 32-bit versions require at least 1 GB of RAM. It is advised that you already know how to program before attempting to use a SQL server. If you're starting out at programming, School Freeware has QBasic, Visual Basic, Pascal, and C++ tutorials available for viewing. We are fortunate enough to have a senior SQL Server developer with 10 years of experience helping with this series. The code used in this series can be downloaded at schoolfreeware.com.
We are going to step through the installation process. Okay, we're going to allow this to make changes to our operating system. And for this example, we're going to do new installation. If you have a previous installation, you most likely won't be listening to this video. You'll be going through the steps because you already know, but you can go to upgrade a previous edition. So we're going to do new installation. This is the licensing terms and agreements. So I'm just going to accept the terms and click next. What we're going to be installing is our database engine, replication services, our management tool, and our client SDK. This is our instance name. You can do a default instance, or we are actually going to do a named instance. And our installation directory is our C drive. Okay, for our database engine, it's going to be using the network services, and our local browser is going to be using the local user you logged in as. Okay, we're getting into the account provisioning, and for this instance that we're installing, we are going to do a mixed mode. We're going to do both Windows authentication and a SA account. So,
what would be an SA account?
An SA account is the master, kind of like the root of the database system.
So basically type in any password you wish?
Yes, type in any password you wish, and you will have your system user, and you will have an SA account. Now, on this tab right here is our data directories. So, in a normal SQL Server production system, you would have drives that are just for your data file. You'd have drives that are just for your temp directory data files, and you'd have drives just for your log file, just to keep the I/O spread out so you're not just pounding one disk. But in this case, we're going to leave all of these to the default C drive. We're going to click next once it's done thinking. I don't want to send any error reports to Microsoft, so I will just bypass that. Now that our installation is successful, we are going to close, and we are going to look for our new programs, and we're going to open up SQL Server Manager. Okay, you open up the Management Studio. And we are going to connect to school freeware. And you will see here we have connected to the SQL Server School freeware. And there you go.